kind of let them hang around a little bit through the night, but I guess you did what you had to do at the end.
Well, yeah, they did. They stuck around, That team plays hard. We said that before the game. Those guys are talented. Any team in the NBA, I don't care who's out, who's hurt, is capable. And that team is no different. They've got some very good players that played tonight, that have produced before in the NBA, and you never can take it for granted. And the worst thing you can have as a coach is you have 3 starters out from the opposing team and trying to get your guys jacked up to play. But the guys did what they had to do. Defensively, we had some lapses down the stretch. We made it tough on ourselves, but we found a way.
Backcourt with 52 points and 14 assists. That's the production that's, the second best in the league. What do you say to those two guys?
Those two, they're all-stars. Both of them are all-stars. They're playing like all-stars. We got to translate that. The other impressive thing, you mentioned DeMar and Kyle. Pat and T. Ross were plus 23 and plus 21, and T. Ross was 2 for 9. So that says something about what he's doing, what it takes, other than scoring. Defense is going to be huge for us. Those two guys came in and slowed things down. They turned the water off a little bit defensively. Now we got to get that mentality with everybody because, again, we'll find a way to score. We'll find a way to get the ball in the bucket, as these two guys will be able to do. But we got to get everybody joined in on the defensive end. Way too many breakdowns at the end.
Kyle went from almost not playing to 41 minutes. Did he look limited at all to you?
Not to you. He looked pretty good. He looked okay, healthy, and fresh. It's still sore. But, I was hoping that we could have a chance to rest him even more tonight, but they kept on hanging around, cut it to, 4 points or whatever it was down the stretch, and we made it hard on ourselves. And, again, we gotta continue to do that. But, again, we can't dismiss the fact these young men have strung together 10, first time in 20 years. We can't. It's not the end. It's not in the end all, but it's an accomplishment. But again, we got to continue to improve and keep the big picture in mind. The rest of the season, we got a marathon to go to continue to play and get better.
Seems like it's a nightly thing. Looking down at the numbers from the bench and seeing plus 20. How big has that group been for you over this stretch?
They've been saviors. I mean, without those guys tonight, changing the game, changing the mojo. The energy level, the Bismack came in and changed the energy. Terrence came in and changed the energy. Pat, the game just changes because of their bounce and the pep in their step. Corey is huge. Even though they don't score, they're still pluses. And a lot of it is getting done on the defensive end.
Terrence doesn't like to talk a lot about, his growth lately. He's not giving as much at all. But can you put your finger on when the light kind of came on for him this year?
Again, I think one thing he's doing, he's putting in the extra work. He's staying after practice, working at a game speed clip. So many guys will come in after practice and go through the motions, and that doesn't get it done. What happened is he's coming in after practice. He and Coach Kalamian getting him on the clock, going at a speed that's full speed after practice, and I think that has changed his mojo, his rhythm with his shooting and his shots going in. He's playing. I mean, his energy level has always been there defensively, but the thing that was missing was his shooting. But now his shot is going in. It didn't show tonight, but recently his shot has been going in.
Why did you start doing that, Dwane?
Well, again, at some point you got to decide what am I not doing right, and again, more players should take that heat if their shot is not going in, working at a game speed clip, and more guys need to do that.
Being around DeMar as long as he has been sort of rubbed off in that way, his work ethic?
It should. I can't. You have to ask Terrence that, but I think just imploring him to the fact that, hey, you got to stay after practice, come back at night. The keys work at night, so come back at night and work at nighttime and get the work in. Again, practice time now is limited as far as how hard we can go as a team, but you still can come in and get extra work in.
You put into perspective how tough it is to win 10 straight games in this league.
Well, I know at one time in Dallas we lost 8 or 9 straight, and it didn't feel like, and then we went on, I think, the next year or that year to win a championship. So I know how the other end feels. But it's not what we're all about. But again, we can't poo-poo it and say, okay, it's an accomplishment. Those guys have worked hard, found a way to win. But again, we know that this is a marathon. You know, there's going to be some more downs. We got to continue to keep our nose to the ground, be professional, and continue to think, improve. Not get annoyed about not doing the little things, not get annoyed about keeping our nose to the grind and getting better on the defensive end, because at the end of the season, that's where it's going to be is the defensive end, because we're going to be able to score. But we got to continue to find ways, and then there are little things. They're not great big things, because, again, we're playing decent defense, but continue to improve in that area.
You look at this team in your time here, is this maybe the happiest you've been with this group?
Happy? I don't know what happy is. You'd have to describe that. You know, satisfied? No, because again, we haven't done anything. We've won 10 in a row. Again, we got to keep growing, keep grinding. Happy? I'm happy for the guys that they've stuck with the plan and working defensively, but not satisfied is probably a better way to put it.
How confident are you guys that you can catch up to Cleveland in the standings here, and what do you think it's going to take?
That's our goal. That's our goal, is to try to catch them. I don't know, confident, I don't know. We got to continue to improve. I'm confident that we're going to keep pushing to get better, to keep working to get there, get healthy, 100% healthy, which is probably impossible in this league. But that's our goal, is to be first in the conference and that type of thing. Whether we get it done or not is, we'll see. That's why it's a marathon. That's why we can't be satisfied with winning 10 in a row and get happy on the farm and relax.